We welcome you to this broadcast of girls basketball on NKTelco Sports. We're at Sidney High School where the Xenia Buccaneers will take on the Sidney Yellow Jackets. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and NKTelco. Thank you to those fine sponsors that allow us to do this. And this is girls varsity basketball. My name is Jeff Henson. Alongside me today is Craig Louth. We have the Miami Valley League matchup today between the undefeated in the league Yellow Jackets at 13-0 and the 6-7 Xenia Buccaneers. Craig, a good matchup today against some two teams that have some wins on their roster or the season. Both have played some out of conference or out of state schools here recently.
Yeah. These two teams met back on December 10th, where Sidney pulled out a 40-point win at Xenia, 68-28. As you said, Sidney 13-0 in the league. Xenia comes in at 6-7. Me and you were talking before. It's funny to see Sidney's 13-0 in the conference, and all four of their losses are out of conference. So.
And one of those included a team from Canada here just recently.
Yep, yeah. So looking at a real quick look at the Xenia Buccaneers, they're led by senior Kendall Sherman. She comes in averaging 14.6 points a game. And then Alea Muex, who comes in averaging 9.4. Another one is Bree Randall, averages 9 points. For Sidney, of course, everything goes through Allie Stockton. She averages 15.5. Then you have Larkin Vodemark at 10.4. Reagan Clark at 7.2. And then Jordan Scully comes off the bench. She averages 9.8.
Yeah, some well-balanced scoring there for the Yellow Jackets. They'll look to double-dot the Xenia Buccaneers today and move their record up to what would be a perfect 14-0. Very good mark. But can't overlook a competition, so we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups, our keys of the game, and the opening tip. All here on NKTelco Sports.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Welcome back to Sidney. Jeff Henson here. Alongside me today is Craig Louth, and we have, again, Miami Valley League girls basketball between Xenia and Sidney. And first, the starting lineups are brought to you by our Emerson Climate Technologies. Kendall Sherman, Craig mentioned, leading score 14.6, does a lot of things right for them. She's a 5'8 senior. Number 10, Amari Withers, a 5'7 senior at just under 7 points a game. Number 11, Elia Muex, a 5'5 junior, averaging 9 points a game and 5 rebounds. Number 12, Gabby Weingartner, is a 5'9 junior, averaging over 2 points a game. Number 20 is Bree Randall, a 5'7 senior, averaging 9 points a game and 5 rebounds. And Xenia Buccaneers are led by head coach Jessica Threets in her 4th season as head coach. And now the starting lineups for the home team. Sydney Yellow Jackets. Again, these are brought to you by Emerson Climate Technologies. Number 3 is Lexi Brewer, a 5'6 senior, averaging 5 points a game, 3.5 assists, and 4 steals. Number 34, Reagan Clark, a 6'1 senior, 7 points a game, 6 rebounds. Number 22, Khalees McNeil, 5'10 sophomore, 3.5 points a game, 7 rebounds. Number 23, Allie Stockton, a 5'9 senior. Craig mentioned a lot of things go through her at 15.5 points a game and 8 rebounds. Rounding out the starting lineup is number 4, Larkin Vordemark, 5'8 sophomore, 10 points a game, 4 rebounds. Head coach for Sidney is Jamal Foster in his 4th season, just like Coach Threets. And there are your Emerson Climate Technologies starting lineups. And now, Craig, our keys of the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza.
Okay, for Xenia, they need to limit the dribble penetration and reduce that paint scoring. They need to box out and rebound, and they need to attack and rim finish. And the target is to get at least 20-plus free throws.
And for the Sydney Yellow Jackets,
they need to establish the tempo, create turnovers, play hard for 4 quarters. They need to win the battle of the glass, and they need to share the ball and run in transition.
Thank you to Keyhole Pizza for supplying our keys of the game. We're underway. Xenia wins the opening tip. They will have the first possession. They're in the black jerseys today, the road uniforms. Sydney in the white, home whites. First shot of the ball game taken by Sherman, no good. Rebounded by Reagan Clark. Vordemark. Turnover going to the basket, had it stripped away by a Buccaneer. In transition, assist will come from number 10, Withers. Basket will go to number 11, Muex. So good job by the Yellow Jacks in transition. There's a 3-pointer by Stockton, no good. Offensive rebound, stick back by Reagan Clark. Boy, here come the Buccaneers. They push the ball down the floor at least a couple times here quickly early on. With the basketball now, Weave offense up top. Whistle on a foul, blocking foul. Called against number 23, Allie Stockton.
I think the referee's whistle might have.
He had some trouble with it before the game started. I think he went to the, he's looking for it now. And that's the one he is using, so. It's going to be in pieces here pretty long. Don't know if he brought a backup whistle or not. 1 minute gone, 2-2 the score. Kind of a fast-paced game. Both these teams are playing pretty aggressively. Another whistle and a foul as Bree Randall went to the basket. And that personal foul goes against Reagan Clark.
Her first, team second.
Back-to-back fouls here early in the first minute. Bree Randall, Craig at the free throw line.
She comes in shooting 58.1% on the season.
As a team, that's a little bit higher than their team percentage of 53.
The team percentage is only 53%.
Not a real good. You like to have that in the 60s or 70s would be nice.
Yeah.
But Randall does hit 1 of 2. A Blocking foul, and the referee dropped his whistle again. I think he's used to having it on a lanyard, and now it's not. So, Elia Muex, her first foul. So we're underway here, and Craig, who scored the first? Oh, number 11 did. You're right.
Yeah,
Muex.
Muex scored.
Ooh, well, I've said it before. Vortemark, hopefully she bounces up here.
She took a hard tumble there.
And she, I know from last year, watching her play, I used to have the over and under at how many times she would be on the floor. I haven't had a lot of their games this year, but saw her in soccer and stuff, so she took a blow there. Nice pass to Khalees McNeil, and a nice maneuver to get around the defender.
Yeah. That girl was right in her face, and she made a nice move to get around it.
Bree Randall was there to try to defend, but McNeil kind of a 1 foot.
Yeah.
Altered. Oh, nice steal. McNeil, the step through.
The big old Euro step.
Yeah, it's legal. It's just a slow layup. And, boy, the scoop, or I should say the steal and the score by Khalees McNeil. She averages just under 4 points. She has 4 already. And another whistle and another
foul.
They're
going to get Brewer with a reach in. Her first, team third. Yep.
Into the ball game is number 5, Jordan Scully. She's a 5'7" sophomore. It's nice. She's, I think, started early in the year. Now she's coming off the bench, but she averages nearly 10 points a game. And
that's nice to have coming off the bench.
McNeil back-to-back steals. To Stockton, a strong pass. It sneaks through there. I would have hoped for the bounce pass, but now McNeil with an assist as Stockton scores. And quickly an 8-3 lead. Give credit to the Sidney defense. They've created some very easy opportunities. They've worked very well in transition. Randall's pass into Sherman. Her shot no good. Rebounded by Reagan Clark. Lexi Brewer will advance it across and face the Buccaneer defense. Clark dumped down to McNeil. Oh boy, everyone touches it. I think all 5.
Movement.
I believe all 5 Yellow Jackets touched the ball. Step through there. A nice move by Bree Randall. Her 3rd point of the game. But that last possession, I didn't think Sidney overpasses. Like every pass was kind of led to a better look.
Yep.
Sometimes you can, quote, overpass it, but that pass turned over as Bree Randall with the steal, and then she can't quite finish. Nice job by Lexi Brewer kind of altering that attempt. The Buccaneers do get the offensive rebound, and kind of sneaking through there was number 11, Elia Muex, with her 4th point. I think she kind of didn't realize how well she was open, and Sidney kind of rotated. Hey, I'll step through.
Nobody behind her,
Good answer here.
3.
Yep, Scully strong, and back iron rebound to McNeil. Stockton will shoot a 3. Back iron, no good. Muex with the rebound. A couple looks there for the Yellow Jacks. They come up empty. Muex over to Withers. Withers defended by Stockton. Stockton already has 1 foul.
There's a walk.
There's a travel, a turnover. Go ahead.
3 turnovers for the Buccaneers.
In for the Buccaneers, number 22, Taylor Elliott, 5'9" junior, replacing Randall. Randall's had a couple nice plays here in the quarter. Zone defense for the Buccaneers. Stockton, McNeil. Brewer up to Scully, all the way back over again. All 5 touch it. Reagan Clarkville will miss the shot. Defensive rebound into the hands of Taylor Elliott. So Elliott just into the ball game, gets a quick rebound, needs help. And there's going to be the 2nd foul against Lexi Brewer.
Her 2nd, team 4th.
Yeah, so if anything, that's kind of been something the Yellow Jackets haven't done very well of, and that's commit to fouls. In for Brewer will be Kimora Johnson. She wears number 2. She's a 5'4" junior. She's pretty quick as well, so they won't lose much with the foot speed.
No.
But Brewer likes to play aggressive defense.
Very aggressive. There's a pick.
Yep. Quick hands. And McNeil, nice bounce pass. Oh. Khalees, you ruined my segue. Darn it. Boy, it's the first time they haven't really capitalized. And Johnson, yep, she committed a foul. So that'll be the 5th team foul. Boy, a beautiful steal by Johnson. A great bounce pass. You had a perfect look at it. McNeil, a little too strong, can't finish it. And at the line for the Buccaneers, I believe it's number 11.
Yeah.
Elia Muex. Muex with 2 shots. Already, this would be the free throw number 4 taken for the Buccaneers with 5 Sidney team fouls. Muex gets good on both. She has 6 points. And both teams want to bring in support players. For Xenia, it'd be number 40, Natea Madison, a 6-foot freshman. And also back into the Sidney lineup as Stockton goes out was number 4, Larkin Vordemark, who went out after kind of taking that fall to the ground, and hopefully she's okay. Scully to McNeil. Clark, Scully, and again, everyone has touched it except Johnson. And she will touch, nope, we'll skip over her. McNeil, baseline pass. Clark, a 15-footer baseline, no good. McNeil, nice, good tip for her, Craig. She keeps it alive.
Yeah.
Offensive rebound, Khalees McNeil.
She's on that back side. That's what you want.
And she turned her body sideways as Johnson, strong on the three-pointer. She turned it sideways and then extended over, so it doesn't look like, quote, she's over the back.
Yeah. I'm just looking down at the Sidney bench, and Allie Stockton looked like she's having some back issues.
Okay.
She's down there with one of those, I don't know what you call it, the thumpers.
Okay.
She's working on her back. There's McNeil with a layup.
Yeah, that follows a three-point miss by Elliott on the other end as well as Withers. But then quickly in transition, Sidney goes to work. There's a two-point shot missed by Weingardner. And in the last game, Craig, Stockton, from assistant coach Ron Ivey, landed on her back. She didn't hit her head or anything, but just kind of took a fall, and that could be why you were seeing what you saw down there. I saw her before the junior varsity game doing some stretching and stuff on the baseline. So
she's back in already.
Yep.
So
it takes, I think, a lot to keep her out.
Yeah.
She's going to Findlay on the basketball to play basketball next year. 12-9. This is Stockton in the corner. Nice step through.
Nice.
She got it. Boy, that's what she does so well. She's a slasher. And cut through. Not a huge gap. There wasn't that much room.
Right.
But, she found a way. She's going through a lot of, like moving around, trying to, I think, keep her body loose or keep it comfortable. The foul went against number 22, Elliott. Coming back in for the Buccaneers, Bree Randall has 3 points for the Buccaneers, a 5'7" senior. 6-point Yellow Jacket lead with 1:48 to play, and the Yellow Jackets will pick up pressure. They've got the bodies that can do that. They all seem to be pretty athletic and lengthy, and they're not real deep, though, but they do almost create another steal. Randall, though, keeps possession. Shot there by Withers is off the mark. It'll stay with the Buccaneers. Battling for the rebound there was Natea Madison. She didn't get it, but she got it deflected off of a Yellow Jacket. And it will stay with Xenia underneath their own basket. This is the 6-foot freshman right here at the basketball, finding Randall. Muex to the basket. Nice move by Elia Muex. She has 8 points in the quarter.
Almost her season average just in the first quarter alone.
First almost 7 minutes, she has 8 points. Scully for 3. Nice rotation. Off the mark, no good. Stockton offensive board. Skip pass over to Vordemark. Back to Stockton. They'll reset with Johnson. Skip pass over to Scully. 60 seconds to go in a quarter. Scully thought about it, didn't like it. Johnson, a floater, no good. Randall with the defensive rebound. Stolen away by Stockton. Pass to Vordemark. Strong. Muex with a defensive board. Withers now on the left side. Nice move. Blocked shot by Clark, though. The offensive rebound will stay with Xenia, but nice defensive play by Reagan Clark with a blocked shot.
see. She has 1 point. She averages 1.4 a game.
Well, she got it then. 3-point shot there by Sherman, no good. Offensive rebound keeps it alive. Another look here for the Buccaneers. 30 seconds to play. Muex, her shot left short. And getting the rebound of Stockton, committing the foul is number 40, Natea Madison.
That's her second, team fifth.
Madison played in the JV game, and she was very strong on the inside. I mean, when she got the ball, there was a lot of violent, like strong moves, and she's a 6-foot freshman. That time she just went after Stockton a little bit too aggressively, but when she gets the ball, if she comes back inside, she is not afraid to draw contact. It's kind of like defenders beware, here I come.
Yeah, here I go.
Under 10. 6. Bordemark at 3. Stockton will let it fly. In and out, no good. 3-pointer at the buzzer, misses at the end of 8 minutes of action here at Sidney. It's Sidney leading Xenia. Sidney leading Xenia 15-11 on girls basketball. NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County has a job for you. Grand Lake Health System has over 800 employees. Included is Joint Township District Memorial Hospital and multiple physician practices. And we're now hiring a variety of positions that fit all education and skill levels. Plus, you'll get a great benefit package offered to both full and part-time workers. Join this rewarding career and help your community in the process. Contact Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County for all your employment needs.
Welcome back to Sidney. Jeff Henson along with Craig Louth today. 8 minutes are in the books. A pretty energetic first quarter,
yeah,
Craig. 15-11, but fast-paced, a lot of action.
Yeah. Ellie Stockton's leading Sidney. She has 7 points. Khalees McNeil had 6. And then for the Buccaneers, Leah Muex had 8.
A lot of turnovers committed, I think, by the Yellow Jackets. They capitalized on a lot of them in transition. So when it's been 5-on-5, is nice shot there, a little strong by Clark. But I'd say 5-on-5, Craig, as Xenia runs down the defensive rebound, and then they will draw a foul. It's going to be number 2 for one of those girls.
Stockton.
I think he's watching her. I don't just call the foul reporter. She's not saying anything. Oh.
They called timeout.
Timeout before the foul. That makes everyone happy. So it'll be timeout. Xenia, that changes complexity. A 30-second timeout. I thought it was going to be a second foul on either Clark or Stockton. But 30-second timeout brought to you by Precision Strip. Want to remind everyone our keys of the game was brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Our scoreboard sponsor, as always, is First National Bank. Think First. Our starting lineup sponsor today, all season, is Emerson Climate Technologies. At the end of today's game, Craig and I will be picking up NKTelco Player of the Game from Sidney. I want to, again, thank those sponsors for stepping up and helping us do this. And this is high school girls basketball, Miami Valley League action today. And we hope you enjoy this telecast. And thank those sponsors for allowing us to do this as full court defense applied now by the Yellow Jackets.
They got Clark on the inbounder.
Yeah, they're defending everyone. They're not even using Clark as like a safety. They're just trusting their defense, and if they get beat, they're going to catch up with you. They're that quick. The pressure has caused some problems. Tough break there for the Buccaneers. That's got to be a handful of turnovers.
That's 6 of them for them.
So the 5 in the first quarter, I would have thought they had it seemed like that's how Sidney got their offense, I feel, is following the turnovers.
Yeah,
5-on-5, I don't know if I finished my thought with you. When it's been 5-on-5, I don't know, I'm not saying Sidney hasn't scored, but their offense has come in transition.
Yes, it has. They've had a couple easy layups, but, they're forcing turnovers by the Buccaneers, where Sidney only has 2.
And I know Coach Foster stresses that defense. He wants to be very good at it, as Vordemark's shot was blocked. A nice job by Khalees McNeil to be probably a team rebound.
Yep.
She saved it off of a Buccaneer. Another look by that McNeil. 7 rebounds a game. She averages over 3. She's already had, you said, 6 here in the first quarter. So she's been made a nice positive statement here in the first quarter so far for the Yellow Jackets. Clark no good. Vordemark will lose the handle. It'll go over to Xenia. Want to add to that McNeil comment. I know she also has an assist as well. She's had a couple steals, 6 points.
She had a real nice pass down
to Stockton.
there.
Yeah, the bullet passed through. And then Vordemark will pick up the foul.
That's her second. Team 6.
Her first.
First?
Yeah, it's...
Huh. I must have missed one there.
Or added one inadvertently, because I've got 2 for Brewer, 1 for Vordemark.
Yeah, I got Brewer 2, Clark 1, Stockton 1, and Vordemark 2. Huh. All right.
Play on.
Yep.
We haven't heard much from Sherman today. Again, sometimes right now McNeil's guarding her, and she's very athletic. There's almost could have been a foul on Vordemark as a 3-point shot is taken by Withers, number 10. You can box out, but that doesn't mean move people backwards.
Yes.
That's displacement. They got away with it, but to mention McNeil, the offense, she's also looks like being tasked with guarding Sherman, their leading scorer. And we haven't heard much from Sherman so far. Nice ball movement.
Oh.
Vordemark shot no good. McNeil, offensive rebound. Clark, 3-pointer in. Reagan Clark, second chance opportunity. Asterisk next to that one by Khalees McNeil, keeping it alive, but Clark a 3-pointer.
Yeah, she was only 4 of 20 coming into the game, so.
Yeah, not a lot of makes.
No.
That's her 5th of the season. Nearly, another turnover. McNeil gets the steal. Her teammate will get credit for the deflection. Here
Scully.
Scully to Vordemark. Over to Johnson. Good ball movement. Clark, who hit the 3-pointer the last trip, finds Scully. Johnson. Vordemark inside the 3-point line. Cashes in. Larkin Vordemark, her first point of the game. And boy,
largest lead for the Jackets.
9-point cushion. Elliott. 3-point shot, no good. And the long rebound cannot be saved as Elliott was out of bounds before she touched it. Good start here, Craig, for the Yellow Jackets. A 5-0 run.
Yep.
They continue in the first 2.5 minutes, continue to pressure defense, create turnovers, and got that big 3-point shot from Clark. Something probably didn't expect. That's her 5th of the season.
Now she's 5 of 21 on the season.
That'll increase that percentage a little bit. Jordan Scully, number 5, the sophomore guard, over to Kimora Johnson. Skip over to Scully. Like to get her on track again. Her 3-point miss. Khalees McNeil.
She's having a whale of a game.
She's done just about everything. Scoring, rebounding, passing, defense. Done a very nice job as Ryan. She's guarding their leading scorer as Clark whistles for the foul. It'll be her second. Reagan Clark, 2 fouls. So an opportunity here for the Buccaneers to get some much-needed offense. They trail by 11. Jada Dyer played in a JV game as well. She's a 5'8 sophomore. Hits the first of 2. And who came in for
Stockton?
Clark? Okay. Lexi Brewer sitting on the bench with 2 fouls. That one missed, rebounded by Stockton. Clark also now with 2 fouls, so both of those girls with 2 are on the bench. Scully.
Nice fake.
Again, right on the money. McNeil, offensive rebound. Scully, need to get her rolling. Can't quite get it done as Stockton gets the rebound, but I think there's a foul away from the basketball. McNeil gets called for the foul. She must have held her. There'll be a timeout on the court called by Sidney, a precision strip timeout. Waiting to see once if it's a 30 or a full with 4:26 to play. It still don't know. 30-second timeout. Second quarter, we'll keep it here. 22-12 the score. Would also like to mention these additional sponsors that include Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Cy Sweeterman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, SecureCom, and St. Henry Bank. Those additional sponsors also allow us to do this in today's high school girls basketball, where the Yellow Jackets are opening things up here. They lead by 10. You mentioned in our pregame they beat Xenia by 40 the first outing. We're not there yet, and after the first quarter, I kind of thought, how did they beat them by 40?
You're right.
It's a 4-point game. Well, we'll see once, but right now, Sidney just interested in the W. They're up by 10. 4:26 to play until halftime.
Yeah, that first quarter, the Buccaneers rode the hot shooting of Muex, who ended up with 8 points there in that first quarter to keep them close.
And they haven't had much today. Now, this is already have them in a bonus. So this will be the Amari Withers, their leading, or not their leading scorer, sorry. Yes,
Sherman?
It is Sherman. Sorry, yeah. She makes the good. Yes, you're right. Go ahead, Craig. That's Sherman.
That's her first points of the game.
And she hasn't had many touches.
No.
She's not their point guard, so she doesn't bring it up. But offensively, she does make 2 of them here. Offensively, she just has not been in the picture.
Yeah.
And credit that to number 22, Khalees McNeil. We'll keep an eye on that if she continues to guard Kendall Sherman, averaging just under 15 points a game. I mentioned Scully. She has a nice bounce pass as Stockton loses the handle off her hands, but Scully is in a bit of a rut, maybe shooting, and it's tough for a three-point shooter to kind of get on track unless you keep shooting it, because that's the only way you get better. But if you're inside, sometimes you can go to the basket, maybe draw fouls, go to the free throw line, see the ball go through the net once or twice. But when you're a perimeter shooter, it's either you're on or you're off. You don't usually get any free throw opportunities, and she's a much-needed part of this offense.
Yeah. So far, she's 0 for 5 in this game. She come in. She's hit 27 threes, shooting 35%.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's what you'd like to have. But today, a little bit of a rough start. But if she catches fire, that just adds a whole lot more to this unit. And they're pretty well balanced scoring, so they get it from about all positions. But right now, nice steal. Bree Randall. She's had a couple nice plays. We'll pick up the second foul on Stockton, and she already's walking over to the bench waiting to be taken out. I think she assumed she was coming out.
See who Coach Foster puts in.
And she's upset with herself. They'll replace her, it looks like, with Lexi Brewer. Brewer hasn't played much here in the game. She played in the first quarter and then got those 2 fouls.
Yeah, she got 2 quick fouls, and she hadn't played since till now.
Feisty defender is Lexi Brewer. Lost a season with a knee injury, but continues the battle. I mentioned before the game, 5 points a game for Brewer, 3.5 assists, 4 steals. So may not be filling up the offensive column, but doing a lot of other things well for the Yellow Jackets as Bree Randall hits the first of 2.
7 and 9 so far. From the line.
I say that's helped Xenia stay in this thing. McNeil battles with it. Johnson comes up with it. Here comes a speedy sophomore, or speedy junior.
Oh,
almost lost it. They regain the ball and keep possession. Watermark, nice shot going to the basket. Stayed on her feet.
Yep.
Maybe she doesn't like falling down as much as she used to, but she took a spill today, and I think she's, quote, okay, but, she probably wouldn't tell you if she was hurt and she wants to play, and she's going to go to the foul line for 2 shots.
And that's kind of what you want. I mean, hard-nosed, want them to be out there.
Yeah, they all seem to be willing to go to the basket and not be afraid of contact.
Right.
She makes her first of 2 free throws. Larkin Vordemark, 5'8" sophomore, off the back iron, no good. With the rebound is Dyer for the Buccaneers. Randall pushes the ball up to Sherman. There's a touch for the leading scorer on the season. Back to Randall. Knocked away, stripped away, steal by Lexi Brewer. She didn't knock it away, but she comes up with a The loose ball, the pass, a little bit too strong, tough window to put that into.
Yeah.
Turnover, Yellow Jackets.
That's 5 on the game for them. 3 here in the second quarter.
Not a bad idea, though, trying to be aggressive. It's a dead ball turnover, and they can set up their defense and force. Ooh, there's a nice pass, a little bit underthrown, but Randall able to get it. Nice play by Bree Randall. She made the most of that. It wasn't, quote, the best pass, but it was out far enough where she could get it and then finish at the basket.
She's up to 6 points now.
She averages 9 on the season. Scully. Again, Xenia's been in zone defense the entire game. There's a nice pass into the gap.
Nice pass.
Assist to Brewer, basket to Scully, and I mentioned three-point shooters don't get a lot of two-point shots. That was a big one for Scully. Randall's shot missed, defended by Scully, rebounded by Vortemark. A foul on the Buccaneers.
They get Randall with that one.
Yep, 20, yeah. It's said this before. It seems like the person that misses a shot, the quick whistle after the miss is usually the person that
frustration.
And she missed it. Probably felt like she was fouled. You know, I don't know how it all works, but Randall then went after it and commits the foul against Vortemark. Free throw opportunity now, 1+1 opportunity for Vortemark. She's 1 for 2 in the game, both those just recently in the last possession.
She shoots about 61% on the season.
As a team, that's right where the team is at as well, 60%. Free throw shooting, correct?
65.3, I think. Nope, you're right, 60%.
She makes both.
60. You are correct.
10-point lead again. It's been about that way, 9, 10, 11 here most of the second quarter. Sidney got off to a great start to start the period. Just took that 4-point lead instantly to about 9.
Yeah.
And that's where we've been hovering around. Randall loses the handle, stripped away by Scully, stolen by Vortemark.
Nice pass. Oh,
boy, nice pass. I think Scully maybe ran out of room, but that's a tough. She threw that backwards.
Yes.
And it was a bounce pass. I like how as soon as that ball was kind of loose, 3 Yellow Jackets filled the lanes. Almost like figure 8 drill. And
it was.
Khalees was on the right side. They went to the left side, and a nice bounce pass. McNeil gets fouled in the act of shooting. And things are going well. I'll wait. Won't say anything. She has now 9 points in the game. Maybe I'll let you finish my sentence. In for the Yellow Jackets, number 11, Kendall Dickman, a 5'10" sophomore. 11-point lead. Oh, that should have been a violation on McNeil.
She was in there very quick, wasn't she?
Yeah, she missed it. Yeah, shooters have to wait until it hits the rim to cross the line. She almost could have blocked her own shot or goaltended it. But to finish my story on McNeil, not a lot of free throw opportunities on the season, but also not a lot of makes.
Right. She was 6 of 13 coming into the game, 46%.
You need to get that number into the 60s for sure. And now Vortemark, who's at 60% on the season, has been a frequent flyer there. That's her third attempt at the line. Her misses the front end. I think
3 of 5 right now.
Yeah, 3 trips there where she's 3 of 5. Withers' 3-point shot, no good. Coming up with the rebound, Johnson. There's that pass, good defense by Sherman, but where did she throw it? Right into the hand zone of Sherman.
Yeah.
Fake high, throw low. Fake high, throw low.
You always say bounce pass.
That's what I always say. Fake high, throw it low. Bounce it on the ground, get her hands up in the air, and Sherman looks like she's holding her side. Either she is sick or took an elbow into the kidneys or the ribs. She's her leading scorer. Had trouble today against a very tight man-to-man, or aggressive defense by the Yellow Jackets.
They've held her to 2 points.
And those were free throws.
Yep.
Scully, boy, that's 2 buckets for her non-3-point attempts.
Yeah, down low.
And tough shots on the baseline with no bank board. But it's good for her to see the ball go through the rim. I'll be anxious to see once on her next 3-point shot how she turns out. Shot taken by Elliott, no good. Elliott with her own rebound, no good. Now Scully comes up with a rebound, so a couple looks there for Taylor Elliott. 13-point lead now for Sidney as we approach the final minute and a half of the first half. Kamori Johnson, 3-pointer, no good. Khalees McNeil, offensive rebound again. Boy, Scully nearly put her foot out of bounds, keeps it in play. Johnson with the basketball as we approach the final 60 seconds. Scully, get in there, make me look good. Got it. nice rotation. All of her shots have looked good when they leave her hand. I mean, the ball is perfect backspin. She doesn't use her left hand to shoot it, just her right hand. Biggest lead of the game for the Yellow Jackets, and a nice step-through move, but a whistle at the end of the act, or end of the shot in the act of shooting was called against the Yellow Jackets. Scully.
That's her first.
16-point lead. A good second quarter for the Yellow Jackets. They've outscored Xenia 18-6, I believe. And this is Muex. She's had a nice game, had 8 in the first quarter. This one gives her 9, and that's right at her average, 9.4, so she could. Muex is good. She's above her average of 9.4 with 10 now, and she's done a nice job keeping the Xenia close here. Nice ball movement.
Good pass.
Yep. Dickman strong on the 2-point shot. Rebounded by Dyer, is rebounded and kept alive. Xenia now will attack, but the pass deflected back into the hands of Elliott. So they avoid the turnover. Elliott still with the basketball, 20 seconds to play. Shot fake by Weingartner, tough angle, no good. Rebounded offensively by Dyer. So kind of a wild sequence there. It started with, I think, it might have been Dyer that had that weird rebound, fell to the ground, or chased it down, skipped her pass across court. Elliott had her pass deflected back into her lap. Long story short, I think Weingartner went in there, missed an awkward shot going to her left.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
And now Dyer, who's 1 for 2 in the quarter, misses the front end. 1 for 3 now with 15 seconds to play and a 14-point Sidney lead, 33-19.
One of the keys to the game. Coach Threets wanted to get to the line at least 20 times. They're at 14 right now. So
misses. Nope. Yep. Got it. 2 of 4. Boy, Sidney, I think, wanted to work on this free throw run. They were talking about their last attempt. They line them up, get down the sideline, and people fill the gaps. Vordermark, that's a nice move, and that's a jump shot. Clock running out. Muex will not get a shot off. That's the halftime buzzer. After 2 quarters of play here at Sidney, it's the Yellow Jackets 35. The Buccaneers 20. You're watching girls varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports.
We are here and here and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Welcome back to Sidney. We're at halftime on its NKTelco Sports presentation of Miami Valley League girls basketball. Xenia and Sidney And with our first half stats, with Sidney leading 35-20, here's Craig Louth.
All right, leading the Buccaneers was junior Aaliyah Muex, who had 10 points. Bree Randall had 6. Kendall Sherman had 2. She's a leading scorer, coming in averaging 14.5 a game. And Jada Dyer had 2 for their total of 20. They shot 5 of 21 from 2 for 24%. 0 for 6 from outside the arc. Kind of what kept them in the game was their free throw shooting, 10 of 14 for 71%. So overall, they were 5 of 27 for 18.5%. For Sidney, leading the way was Khalees McNeil with 9. She had a whale of a first half. Jordan Scully, Allie Stockton, and Larkin Vodemark all had 7, and Reagan Clark had 5. Inside the arc, they were 12 of 23 for 52%. Outside the arc, 2 of 12 for 17%. Overall, 14 of 35 for 40%, and they were 5 of 8 from the line for 63. They had 22 rebounds compared to 16 for Xenia. And on a turnover battle, Xenia had 10, Sidney had 5. 35-20 halftime score. Sidney up.
Thank you, Craig. And just comes down to a matter of putting the ball in the basket, and Sidney's done it at a much higher clip. They've utilized offensive rebounding to keep the possessions alive, to score on some of them. They've shot 40% overall compared to 18. I mean, I'm surprised they're only up by 15.
Right.
But the other stat you mentioned very nicely was the free throw shooting. Although it's only a point spread of 5, Xenia 10 of 14 from the line. That's a good percentage. Sidney made 5 free throws, but still those 5 points have helped the Buccaneers stay in this ball game. Sidney kind of opened it up. They got off to a quick start in the second quarter to make it 9, and they finished strong to make it 15. So in between there, it was like a 10 or 11-point game, and Xenia really could never close it. And at the end, Sidney did a nice job to blow it open to 15. And for the Yellow Jackets, they'll look to try to grow that lead as we start the second half here with Xenia in the basketball. And again, their leading scorer is Kendall Sherman. She's number 4. And I'll mention her name if she touches it as they try to feed it to her. And again, Khalees McNeil has been on her, and I saw Sherman trying to get open, and McNeil was like a T-shirt on her. It creates a turnover against the Buccaneers.
She is frustrating Sherman. She's playing great defense, very close, man-to-man.
Clark wants it inside. Nearly could have been a foul against Withers. It'll stay live with Sidney. Skip pass over to Vodemark. Same starting 5 for the Yellow Jackets. Stockton inside the two-point line. Her 9th point of the game. Had 7 in the first quarter. Randall has it taken away. Stockton, don't put the ball in front of her as Vodemark, a step-through move. Vodemark with the basket. Stockton with the assist. And a quick start, just like the second quarter here, Craig, for the Yellow Jackets. In the third, 2 quick buckets. Boy, tough shot, but Withers will be bailed out. And I think that's Brewer. They're going. Well, we'll see once here. Brewer was in the
That'll be
area.
her third if it's.
One hand goes up.
Fourth.
Oh, Vodemark.
That's her third.
Now I missed one. Weren't we confused in the first half what she had, Vodemark?
Yeah, I thought she had 2, and
it was one. And now it's okay. I missed one then. So, all right, Withers with the free throw. They miss, or she misses. Amari Withers, a 5'7" senior, averaging 7 points a game, or just under 7. Scoreless today. Just a 51% shooter on the season. Goes over to Bree Randall. A rare rebound for her over McNeil. Kind of a shot way off the mark, but she got a rare rebound over McNeil.
Yeah.
One of the few times McNeil hasn't maybe boxed out properly or checked out. And the Yellow Jackets avoid the score, though, on the missed shot, and they come back to offense here with a 17-point lead. Brewer will back things up here, try to get the players set as they attack this zone defense. And zones, Craig, you got to be in the right space. It's all passing and catching and being in the gaps. Stay away from the black shirts and find some space.
Stockton trying to direct somebody to get in the middle, so she just took it.
Foul on the drive. This will be common out of bounds. I believe Withers, will get it. Amari Withers, number 10, her first foul. Second. With the basketball will be Vordemark. Larkin Vordemark, a sophomore, averaging 10 points a game. Has 9 here today. Under 6 minutes of play. We've played just over 2 minutes. A 4-0 start for Sidney. A chance to increase that here with a shot by, Stockton's pass deflected into the hands of Vordemark, and there's a tie-up, but possession will stay with Sidney.
Coach Foster, he has a very good nucleus coming back for the next 2 years, starting to 3 sophomores and only 2 seniors, and then off the bench is juniors. So
Vordemark misses, McNeil misses, Clark misses. So Vordemark had an opportunity, McNeil had an opportunity, Clark had an opportunity, and it will go over to Xenia. So 3 looks there, and then the defensive team rebound as it goes out of bounds off of Sidney gives it to Xenia. Withers hustles down the court after an effort by Vordemark. By the way, Vordemark fell down at the other end of the court, so she went for the steal. She was on the ground, so that's twice today she's been on the floor. I think she's still walking a little gingerly.
She is.
From
she got a little limp there.
From the first time she fell down back in the first quarter, or got tripped up and kind of fell flat.
Maybe she needs to do what they do in college and put all those pads on.
She only has a little like shin tape on, for that K tape or whatever it's called. I don't even know. There's a turnover there by Xenia as Vordemark finds a crease, can't quite get it to score. Sherman has a good hustle play by Brewer to knock it away, but it goes into the hands of Randall, who gets it back. 3-pointer, Bree Randall, no good. Muex, no good. So they kind of miss a point-blank range shot. I think Muex rushed it, feeling some pressure around her, and they can't convert their second chance opportunity. Stockton, her first made a 3-pointer of the ball game.
She had 13 coming in.
14
only
now.
Shooting 27%.
Yeah, I thought
three.
the same thing. Need to be nice to improve that a little bit more. Whoa. Right idea. Well, I'm sure Weingartner will remember the next time. Just simple head and shoulder, and people will go for it.
That's 5 quick turnovers here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Xenia hasn't. Well, they had to miss a second chance rebound opportunity, which would have helped. But other than that, it's the 5 turnovers really limited their ability to get shots off.
Right.
And Sidney's been, firing and scoring. They've already had 2, 4, 7 points here to open up the quarter as we approach the halfway point of the third quarter. Now a 22-point lead. Scully back to Stockton, down to McNeil. Clark, 15-footer, no good, into the hands of Muex.
Good ball movement by the Lady Jackets.
Same thing. Good spacing. Elliott, I believe it is, number 22, her 3-pointer, no good. Brewer, long court, long pass up a court. Stockton will hustle to save it. It'll be a turnover. Pass just a little too strong for Brewer. Withers, no good on her attempt at the basket. Boarded there rebounded by the Yellow Jackets. Scully hit her last 3-pointer.
Leave her alone. Oh.
No good. And there's a push foul on Stockton as this missed 3-pointer by Scully.
That's her third.
Kimora Johnson, number 2, looks like she's going to replace. Nope, she'll replace Brewer. Lexi Brewer will sit down with 2 fouls. Stockton will stay in the ball game. 3 fouls, maybe with a quarter and a half to go, and up by 22 isn't quite as critical.
Yeah.
If it was early and the game was maybe a 5-point game. With the basketball now is Weingartner.
Trying to trap.
Gabby Weingartner to the basket. Her shot is missed, rebounded by Sherman, a long 3-pointer. And you just wonder there, she hasn't had a lot of touches. That was kind of just frustration. Knocked away from Stockton by Muex. Sherman has it knocked away, but she is fouled. So that last 3-pointer by Sherman was deep. And I'm just wondering, if, she's used to scoring, has had limited touches. That was about as open as she has been today. And I don't think McNeil has come out of the ball game. So Sherman just now had a break. Now she's going to get a break here with 2 free throws from the charity stripe. And a decent free throw shooter at 66%. In fact, that's, Craig, where she's got all of her points today.
Yeah, she's got 3 now. 3 of 3.
Stockton sits down. We'll see if she grabs the massage gun thing. We saw her using it during halftime on the lower back. Kendall Sherman, a 5'8" senior, averaging 14.6 a game and 4 rebounds. Nice looking stroke. She now is 4 for 4 from the free throw line.
Took them a little over 5 minutes to get their first points of the third quarter.
Kamora Johnson, 18-footer, nice. Johnson, another weapon in the Foster arsenal. A steal by Johnson, turnover Buccaneers. And Johnson is going to have a chance here to score at the foul line. Personal foul for Xenia. Jada Dyer, her second foul. Johnson, not a very frequent visitor to the free throw line.
No, 2 for 3 on the season. She raised it from 67 to 75 right there.
It jumps quite a bit.
Yeah.
Now, if she misses it, it'll be right back down.
Yep.
So, now 3 for 4. A chance to get to 80% on a season, and she does. So she went from 66 to 80% in a matter of about 10 seconds.
Yep.
Well, a nice back-to-back performance here. Johnson hit the 2-pointer, then she stepped in, almost got another steal, but she made the 2-pointer, created a steal, got fouled, made free throws. So
4 points in about what? 2-3 seconds?
Just good effort and good, a nice spark. When you to have come off the bench. Sidney's not real deep.
No.
Maybe 6 or 7. 24-point lead. Sherman, off-balance shot, backside rebound by Dyer is off the mark. So look there for Sherman and Dyer, no good. Up the court.
Good thing McNeil was there.
She skips it over to Johnson for 3. She misses that. Bree Randall will run it down. Under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. And she stepped out of bounds. So again, McNeil was right aside her. I don't know if maybe she bumped her, but Bree Randall was whistled for stepping on the sideline.
7 turnovers for the Buccaneers
alone
here
in the
quarter.
7 and a quarter in for the game.
17 for the game.
Scully over to Vordemark. Pitch and catch between those two girls. Into Vordemark. Nice reverse layup.
Nice. Good move.
Excellent. Good use of the reverse layup. And Vordemark now with 11. Muex kicks out to Sherman. Her 3-pointer off the mark, backside, no good. Vordemark with the rebound. Vordemark up the sideline to her classmate Scully. Scully has it knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. No, it will not. It'll be a turnover. So somebody from Xenia knocked it off of Scully's leg, evidently. Turnover Jackets. 1:05 left to play third quarter. 26-point lead, 48-22. Sherman back to Dyer off the mark. Stolen by Johnson. Skips it over to McNeil. Clark, turnaround jumper in. Assist will go to McNeil. Bucket to Clark.
She's up to 7 points now.
Well, Sidney beat Xenia by 40 the first time. Earlier in the game, I never would have thought it would got to that level. It's at almost 30 now.
Yeah.
Scully, I believe, with the foul.
Yeah. Her second, team fourth.
So another good quarters, 2 and 3 for Sidney. As again, at the end of the first quarter, it's 15-11. But since that time, it's been all Yellow Jackets. They got 15 points here in a quarter and giving up just 2.
Oh.
Sherman with a nice attempt, missing. Missed it though. Reagan Clark with the board. Scully swings it over. Her pass deflected. Stolen by Bree Randall. 2-on-1. Randall will leave the layup short. Into Randall again, so not for sure how it ended up.
Wow.
But she got it on the other side. Offensive rebound bucket for Randall. Vordemark is fouled. That'll probably be after the shot. Oh, they'll give her 2 shots.
Huh.
And it could have been, I just saw her fall down. I mean, the contact could have been while, in theory, when you shoot and land, the shot is over. But Vordemark will take it. She's had a number of trips to the line. This is her 4th trip to the line.
Now 4 of 5 for the game. 4 of 6.
4 of 6. Yep.
She missed that 1-on-1.
Nice quarter for Vordemark. Number 4 with 6 points here in the quarter, 13 in the game. Just under 7 seconds to play in the third. Sidney looks to be on the way to going to 14-4 overall, 14-0 in the Miami Valley League Valley Division. 5, 4, 3, long pass. Vordemark will steal it. And the time will run out. Another forced steal there. A turnover committed by the Buccaneers after 3 quarters of play. It's Sidney 52, Xenia 24. You're watching girls basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the Internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter. Jeff Henson alongside me today is Craig Louth, bringing you this girls basketball game. We'd like to mention some of our sponsors that allow us to do this. Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and NKTelco. A fine thank you to those wonderful sponsors that allow us to bring this to you. And today it's girls basketball, where the Yellow Jackets on top of the Buccaneers, and another good quarter for Sidney, Craig, as they outscored Xenia 17-4.
Yeah, they shot 5 of 12 inside the arc, 1 of 3 outside, so they're still shooting at a 40% clip, 20 for 50, 4 of 4 from the line. While Xenia was 1 of 13, they dropped to 15% overall, and they were 2 of 4 from the line. The big thing that quarter was the 9 turnovers by the Buccaneers.
And they still got 13 shots
yeah.
off. Clark looking for her second triple of the game. No good. Clark with the offensive rebound will pull up his two-pointer and get it. So good effort there by Reagan Clark. She scored in every quarter now. She did hit a, we'll call it a rare three-pointer in the second. But now 2, 4, 6, 9 points in the game.
That's the 20th turnover for the Buccaneers.
Pressure, pressure, pressure.
Yeah.
After a while, it just wears you down. I mean, remember, it's 15-11. How many turnovers did Xenia have in the first quarter?
5. They had 5 in the first, 5 in the second, but 9 in the third.
Sometimes teams start off well, and then after a while, that defense just wears you down, and you lose concentration, and it just begins to fall apart.
And that's definitely one thing Sidney has, is very aggressive defense.
McNeil, nice move. Good finish. That's about as easy. I mean, it doesn't have to be complicated. She does stutter step, bam, 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 crossover, and scored. Johnson nearly creates. That should be a travel. She stood up.
Should have been a walk, but.
All right, well, tough break for the Yellow Jackets. They don't get the call, but Muex misses a shot, rebounded by Scully. And when you're up by 32, you play on, I guess, and maybe it was a missed call, but Yellow Jackets did the one and done on the defensive end. Kimora Johnson, again, we talked about the ability to go at the basket.
Yep.
And some teams won't take that crease. They'll just say, oh, it's not wide open, I'm not even going to try it. Well, guess what? When you don't try it, you don't get a chance to score. You don't get the fouls. And
you need to create.
Yes.
That's what they're trying to do.
Force the defense to make a play rather than defense forcing you what you want to do. And Johnson remains perfect from the free throw line. She had a nice little second half here.
Yeah. 5 points.
Good-looking free throw, 4 for 4 from her. That'll boost that.
Oh,
remember,
yeah.
It was 66%. You do the math, Craig. Now it was
now she's
6 for
7.
6 for 7. So
yep,
that's
for the season.
And she came in 2 for 3, which is 66%. So she's moved up the ladder statistically. Boy, bank shot, 3-point bucket. Taylor Elliott, her first points of the game. High arching shot. Johnson is feeling it. Short was the shot. Rebounded. Nope, it'll stay with Sidney as a three-pointer by Johnson is no good. And in for the Yellow Jackets, her first appearance in varsity action is number 14. And that should be
Schroyer.
Yeah. Says she played JV. I saw her in that game. Yep, Jada Schroyer. Xenia stayed in the zone defense from the JV game through the fourth quarter of the varsity game. Shot taken by Schroyer, no good. Hustling on the backside for the rebound is Vortemark. She'll get credit for the rebound as possession stays with her team. 5:34 to go. The score 58-27 in favor of Sidney. Backdoor look. Johnson sneaks in the back door. Can't get a shot off. Schroyer swings it over to Scully. Three-pointer. Nice spin. Again, boy, it looks good. Missing the shot, though. Johnson comes up with offensive rebound. Scully will fire again. Off back iron. She came in at 37%, I think you said, Craig. Is that right?
Yeah.
That? Which is a really good three-point percentage. Has struggled today. Bree Randall's three-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound will keep it with Xenia. Elliott.
She likes them deep threes. That was a nice drive.
Yep, Elliott gets her own rebound. She tries a reverse layup and commits the foul, and in doing so, I think she got Clark in the face. But we've seen about 3 reverse layups now, or shots from coming from under the basket. Vortemark had the best one where she finished it for Sidney. I think Xenia's tried a couple of them here. Elliott had a three-pointer a possession ago, I believe it was. Misses the free throw. Kendall Dickman into the Sidney lineup, a 5'10 sophomore replacing Jordan Scully. Probably not happy with her three-point shooting, but boy, they're going to drop.
Yeah.
A good-looking rotation, and
I'd hate to be the team that's playing them when she gets
on fire. Yes, she finishes with 7 points, assuming she doesn't come back in. 30-point lead with just under 5 minutes to play. Schroyer over to Johnson. Dickman then to Schroyer, and again, everyone seems to be in the action. Clark's the only one that hasn't touched it yet. Patiently, the Yellow Jackets attack. Vortemark pulls up, misses a shot. It was defended there by Madison. And Madison, again, a 6-foot freshman. Randall, a 2-point shot, no good. Schroyer with the defensive rebound, being harassed by Elliott. Gets over to Clark. Clark, someone's open. Nice job, heads-up play. And Vortemark scores the bucket. Boy, when you have a girl that can throw like Clark, strong, snap the pass, that Ball moves faster than they can run. Elliott's three-pointer no good. Number 22, Taylor Elliott, but the offensive rebound stays with the Buccaneers. Under 4 minutes to play. We're close to a running clock situation. It's a 32-point spread now. Muex misses. Johnson with the rebound for the Yellow Jackets. Has an opportunity. I think she's looking up. No one for her team really advanced. Clark will flag it down and bring it across the timeline. Now Johnson will reset. Schroeder, a freshman point guard, had a nice JV game. Sidney's JV won 30-29, came from behind and won over Xenia 30-29. Johnson will fire a three. That one off the iron. Rebounded by the Buccaneers. A pass, though, off the mark. Tough break there for the Buccaneers as Withers' pass goes out of bounds, and Scully does come back in. She'll replace Vordemark. There's a full timeout, a precision strip timeout called on the court. I believe it was by Sidney. We'll take one with them. You're watching girls varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Welcome back to Sidney High School. Jeff Henson and Craig Louth here bringing you today's girls varsity basketball game. It's all Sidney. They lead 60-28, and Craig, they continue to do everything correctly and have had a good, strong performance today.
Yeah, they forced 21 turnovers by Xenia. Rebounding-wise, they're winning that battle. Just in the defense, I mean,
yep.
You can't say how well their defense has been playing. They shut down Sherman. McNeil has been on her like we've been talking most of the game, and she's really shut her down, their leading scorer.
Yeah, really, McNeil's the defense on Sherman, and then everyone else just filling in the gaps.
Yep.
The defense has created turnovers. It's a great recipe. When you look at the final numbers, it's going to be probably a no-brainer who won the ball game.
Yeah.
Right now, the Yellow Jackets are very patient. Well, that overhead pass was deflected. It'll create a turnover for the Yellow Jackets. This is Sherman, foot on the line. Should be a two-pointer.
Give her a three.
Create a better angle, so she gets her first made field goal of the ball game. Her other points all came from the free throw line. Just over 2 minutes to play.
I think our view is a little bit better than what he had.
Yeah, he was trailing it, and we can see it, a pretty good look at it. Zone defense still as we approach the 2-minute mark. I would look for Sidney just to be patient and ball movement.
Nice.
That's excellent ball movement. Dickman, a nice finish. Assist from Clark. Basket from the left-hander, the sophomore, off the glass. And Sherman, her shot missed. There's Madison with the offensive rebound, no good. Sherman with an offensive board. Muex shot, no good. Scully with the rebound. Minute 25 to play in the ball game. Scully finds Clark. She's going to go into double figures now, I believe.
Yep, she's got 11.
Had 5 in the first half, 6 here in the second half. As Craig mentioned, 11. 33-point lead. Ball stripped away, turnover. Xenia, Scully. Her shot is blocked by Muex.
That was good defense by Muex.
And Scully did a nice job. I've seen where people now teach you in those layups to go into the defense, separate yourself rather than always shying away.
Yep.
And Scully did that. She went into the defender, but Muex is able to kind of still elevate and get good touch on the ball. block it out of bounds. Scully.
Thought about that three.
Again, tonight when she gets on rhythm, look out,
Yep.
because she can score them in a hurry. Right now she struggled tonight, but she still has hit some 2-point shots. Baseline jumpers that were hard without glass she made in the first half. Schroyer scores.
Nice little jumper.
A multitude of Yellow Jackets in the scoring column today. Coach Foster should be very pleased with his team's performance today. Final 30 seconds, Dickman defending and then fouling Dyer, running clock situation. This could almost end it.
Yeah.
We're at 20, clock continues to move. Xenia will have the last possession, it looks like, here in the ball game. Nice move, Sherman. Kind of nice, she gets some buckets at the end, or some points, 5 here in the quarter. And the Yellow Jackets will be content with the final score. They will double up Xenia 66-33. Congratulations to Sidney. Fine performance. We'll take a short break. We'll come back and we'll wrap things up here from City. You're watching girls varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County has a job for you. Grand Lake Health System has over 800 employees. Included is Joint Township District Memorial Hospital and multiple physician practices. And we're now hiring a variety of positions that fit all education and skill levels. Plus, you'll get a great benefit package offered to both full and part-time workers. Join this rewarding career and help your community in the process. Contact Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County for all your employment needs.
Welcome back to Sidney. You watched Miami Valley League basketball today, where the Xenia Buccaneers and Sidney Yellow Jackets played against each other. Yellow Jackets winning 66-33. I'd like to thank these sponsors that allow us to bring you this. Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, CarriageWorks, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and NKTelco. Our fine sponsors allow us to do this. And today's game went like this. Xenia, first quarter, Sidney over Xenia 15-11. At halftime, it was Sidney 35, Xenia 20. Third quarter, Sidney increased the lead 52-24 and go on to a 66-33 victory over the Buccaneers. Scoring for the Xavier Buccaneers, 10 points from Elia Muex, 9 from Kendall Sherman, 5 of them coming in the fourth quarter, 8 from Bree Randall, 4 from Taylor Elliott, 2 from Jada Dyer, their total of 33. For Sidney, 8 different Yellow Jackets scored today, and they were led in scoring by sophomore Larkin Vordemark with 15 points, 12 from Allie Stockton, 11 from Reagan Clark, 11 from Khalees McNeil, 7 from Jordan Scully, 6 from Kimora Johnson, 2 from Kendall Dickman, and 2 from Jada Schroyer. Their total of 66. As again, 8 different scores scoring. Looks like Craig is ready. Our team stats, Craig, look like what?
For Xenia, in the game, they shot 7 of 38 from 2 for 18%. They were 2 of 15 behind the arc for 13%. Overall, 9 for 53 for 17%. Free throw line, they were 13 of 20 for 65%. Sidney shooting inside the arc, they were 23 of 45 for 51%. Only 3 of 20 for 15% beyond the arc. 11 of 14 from the free throw line for 79%. Overall, 26 of 65 for 40%. They were shooting 40% at halftime, 40% at the end of the third quarter, and they finished the game 40%.
Yeah, they maintained it. Go ahead.
Rebound-wise, that was won by Sidney, 37-34. Sidney had 14 offensive, 23 defensive, while Xenia had 15 on the offensive end and 19 on the defense. And the turnovers, 22 for the Buccaneers and only 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
We talked about during the game that the stats, what would stand out most. Well, you mentioned the 40% field goal shooting overall and just 17% for Xenia. So there's a huge factor. And then the turnovers, 22-10.
Yep.
Those are nice recipes for the winning team. And today it's Sidney. And again, it's 8 different players score. They all did some sort of function. And they get their 14th win on the season against 4 losses. They go to 14-0 in Miami Valley League play. Xenia drops to 7-11 overall, 6-8 in Valley Conference or Miami Valley League, which both are part of the Valley Division.
Yep.
So before we wrap things up here, Craig and I have one more piece of business. That is our Player of the Game, brought to you today by NKTelco, and that award is going to go to
Khalees McNeil.
Yeah, there's what a performance. She had 11 points. She started off the game with 6 in the first quarter. We talked about had a couple assists. Her steals were great. She continues to rebound the basketball. She finishes with 11. And more importantly, I think you mentioned late in the game where Sherman for Xenia struggled to score. Xenia didn't have many touches. She was being defended by Khalees McNeil. So did everything today, McNeil. Congratulations to her. She's our NKTelco Player of the Game. That will wrap it up here from Sidney. For our staff, Craig Louth, I am Jeff Henshin. The final score, Sidney 66, Xenia 33. Thank you for watching here on NKTelco Sports.